Okay, we're gonna try this again. In 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to ValentinoChannel on YouTube. This is my third Starcraft video. I'm just doing Starcraft for now because I'm too lazy and it's really easy to stream this live on Justin TV and then throw it onto YouTube. So I'll be doing that for a while until I feel not so lazy and I want to actually render a video. But for now, I think the sound effects are still working. I can barely hear them. My sound is down pretty far, I believe. Anyway, yes, everything is on the right setting. So I've made some changes. You can see elapsed time now. You can see a Valentino Ian logo in the bottom right. I go by so many different names. Let me reveal the entire map. Anyway, on the top is HerO, the blue Protoss. On the bottom is, I was going to say su.ae. I'm not sure if that's right. su.ae, the yellow Zerg. So, nothing odd happening. Of course, they're just droning up. They're actually chatting, but I can't see that because I don't have, I guess, the right character set for whatever language they're chatting in. Probably some Korean dialect, because this game was really big in Korea. But now, StarCraft 2 is worldwide, mainly. Okay, Zerg spawning pool is mutating right now. Coming in, not a surprise. Nothing coming on down here. Oh, there is a pylon down at HerO's Natural. And the destructible rock version, it's actually a zero mineral field, so a drone has to come up here and break that if he wants to get in a back door. So that's something that they didn't have destructible rocks, and now they have kind of an alternative. Anyway, this drone peeking around took a little bit of damage there on his shield from these drones. A drone now is taking down those that zero mineral patch. Overlord making its way over. And still this drone is just playing around here while his shields regenerate. That spawning pool comes out, and I'm sure some some Zerglings will be morphed to get that drone away. Once they come out, I'm sure he'll start running away. That Kikaru flying overhead there. See what's going on back here. Warping in a photon cannon, a pylon, another photon cannon, and a forge, and there was another pylon up here. Those minerals still not coming down. So that forge is just sitting there. Another hatchery coming up for su.ae, and here come a bunch of Zerglings. They are chasing that probe away. Looks like he might survive though, because they actually are the exact same speed as the Zerglings. Oh, he got a hit off because of his circle. Anyway, these are going to come up now, all of these, and these rocks will probably go down just in time for these Zerglings to get in there. Yes, there it goes. It's gone. The drone just standing there. Now warping in a photon cannon. Will it warp in time for these Zerglings to wreak havoc in the mineral line? Let's watch them as they come in. This photon cannon is just going to finish just in time. He's going to see it finish, and he's going to turn around. Photon cannon doesn't get any shots off, but it certainly was well placed and just in time. Good scouting there by the defeated drone. This drone now leaving. 3 hatch is up now. as this probe, excuse me, is scouting around. By the way, this game is very long, and it's going to be rather lengthy of a video. Now these Zerglings, out of range of the photon cannon, are trying to do some damage to this assimilator while it warps in, taking down some of its shields as it builds in the background. These drones were pulled off the mineral line, but then decided not to do anything, so it was a bit of a waste of time. This Nexus now warping in along with finally a gateway. He went forge before gateway, which confused me, and this probe carrying a mineral is now going nowhere. Here come... yeah, this probe still being chased around by this Ling. Nothing incredible going on here. Just 3 hatcheries are up. Well, this one is still more mutating. And a little Bangla is there. Anyway. Yes, that spawning pool there. Nothing odd, just 3 hatcheries. Is a simulator now coming in. Finally at this natural expansion of HerO. And a cybernetics core being warped in over here, and there was some damage taken to that assimilator. But a zealot seems to have come out in time to chase away the Lings, and they are all here going towards that 3rd expansion, because there is a probe here. Somehow noticed that was going to be there. Nothing else morphing in now. Just some overlords moving across the map. One lone Ling going to face off with this zealot. It is faster than the zealot, so it's just going to outrun them and check out what's inside. A Stargate now being warped in. Cybernetics core is done. This expansion is just running normally, protected by the photon cannons, but still rather open from this road. The zealot trying to chase it around. Not very successful. It just sees everything it wants to see. Now a Citadel of Adun, I think that's how you pronounce it, being warped in now. Over back here, a Spire is seen by this probe. It is being chased by about 5 Lings. These Lings have, if I can select one, no upgrades yet. Yeah, Spire is mutating. I can't, yes, it is a Zerg lair there. And a second hatchery being mutated now at the natural. Nothing else going on here. The Spire does finish. Or no, it's not finished, but it's halfway done. Here comes some Lings across the map. They're going to try and get into this natural expansion. Yes, they could do some damage to the mineral line if they would have just jumped in there. They instead go for the assimilator. I don't know what's going to happen here. I must have missed something. They must have killed that Ling. But only a lone zealot. 2 zealots they come and bring out, but all these Lings, great job getting rid of that assimilator. A great harass by su.ae. Oh, but wait a second, now there are some Corsairs out for HerO. Only one of them right now, but he is just going to take out some overlords. Is that going to supply block? No. su.ae is not supply blocked at that moment. Really, HerO's behind on his gas spending, and even though he got some of that was taken away from him because the assimilator was beaten down, still no problem. He's warping in another pylon here, probably for extra mineral line protection, because he saw that they got in so easily, and now these zealots are just standing guard. Now, finally, some air out for the Zerg. Scourges, 2 Scourges are now out. Corsair still flying around. Let's see if anything happens here. These 3 zealots must have killed a Ling or 2. about 6 zealots. Bleh, I said that weird. About 6 zealots now crossing the map, while these two scourges are just flying around, doing really nothing. Third, wow, there are sunken colony and a creep colony now are out. Evo chamber, 2 hatch. 2 hatch here with a hydralisk den and 2 sunken colonies, so these are not going to get out very far before getting hurt. All of them. Now trying to take out this extractor. Will they get it down? No, those lings are coming out in time. Will they push for the extractor? Can they get it? I think they will get it out in time. Let's see. Yes, it looks like this extractor is going to go down here at the natural. Yes, it is easily taken down. Now they're just going to wreak havoc on the mineral run? No, because now some mutas are out, and they're just, they fight those guys off. So, more zealots coming to meet up with this giant pack. They're just going to take out that ling that was just standing there. 2 more gates now are out. Templar archives are also out. The warp gate still just making more corsairs. More pylons being warped in. A photon cannon for extra protection. He doesn't want to lose this assimilator again. So now all these zealots coming into the 3rd expansion, but there are 2 sunken colonies, and they're just getting rid of these zealots one by one. All of the drones are being pulled now. Great job to ward off that zealot group, and he got rid of. Really, this push is just negatively affecting him. There's another one going down. All for 1 drone, it looks like. 2 drones. 3 drones, but he's gonna lose his almost his entire force here. What else is going on here? Nothing really. Looks like there was a small push there, deterred for whatever reason, probably by the sunken colony. He wants to spread that creep. He has spread it enough so that you cannot get into the main without having to go through that. Looks like I missed some spire attacking. Possibly. Oh my gosh, a ton of mutalisks coming across now. There's this photon cannon, 2 photon cannons. They finished, but they're taking down right away. Pylon's still there, but and the probe is also still standing there. A lone ling there now. Let's see what's going on here. There are some archons out now, along with some upgrades from the forge. That one just finished. I think that was up to, yes, that was side blades. He had 2 damage onto his zealot army. Now more mutas coming back out. Still those 2 scourges. And looks like some hydralisks. A hydralisk army is also being pumped out right now, hiding under the these overlords. So the mutas fly away while all of these scourges just stand there. I don't know what's going on with that. A ton of corsairs now coming out, along with these archons. 2 more gateways being warped in, along with 2 pylons in the back. Nothing superb except for these archons. I wonder how much damage they're going to be able to do. They have 10 health, but they have a ton of shield. He's just going to attack one by one everything. And he's just moving around with his little force. There is this mutalisk force also here. Everything was taken out here. Lone Zergling just standing guard. I didn't know how many animals were on this map. Just standing there. I wonder how many of them get killed. Some zealots moving across the map. Large army coming across here. Large air army archons are just going to take out. Oh, what a great attack there. These zealots are really powerless right now. They're not doing anything because they fail against the sunken colonies. Another Overlord goes down, but all of these Hydralisks are going to foil some of their plots. They're going to be a trouble to work with. That's a huge army of Hydralisks. The Spire is still pretty bad off right now. Still this one Ling. Let's see. Oh, another expansion here for HerO as these two air armies are meeting. It looks like the Zerg has the upper hand. su.ae, these Scourges just standing around. These Archons gonna get rid of them one by one. They have so little health. Ton of animals still here. These mutas still just flying around. Ton of Hydralisks. Finally, the Overlords are being pulled off of them. I was having a lot of trouble seeing them. All these Hydras. Now, all these mutas are also flying around, just changing their direction randomly all the time. More Hydras up there, just protecting the third base. Two Lings standing here, another Ling there. They seem to just be obsolete at this point. Some Corsairs just flying around, doing nothing much. The majority of his army is standing here, protecting nothing really. I guess protecting the entrance towards this third base. Two photon cannons there, protecting it, but nothing on this blunt side. So something with a long enough range could do enough damage. Just placing another pylon, then going back to the mineral line. He needs all the mineral advantage he can get. Nothing much going on. There's a ton. Oh, here's an air army meet, but the Corsairs are really basically obsolete now. They could be taken down by a number of Hydralisks, Mutalisks. I don't know how much damage they're going to do anymore. Looks like HerO is behind in the tech, but there are some High Templar out now, so he has the Templar tech. Scourge also there. Remember, his Zealots do have extra damage from the Psyblade upgrade, but I don't know if this army attack is going to work. He sends in a few to test the front line, but I don't... some mutas go down. Here comes a big battle. It looks like... No, he's retreating with all of his Overlords. He doesn't want to lose any of those. He pulls the Hydralisk back, and they're just going to do a ton of damage to all of these Zealots, but the Zealots still there. The Archons doing a lot of help with their huge shield amount. This High Templar moving so slowly across the map has to get into that fight sooner or later. These Hydralisks still trying to fight off this army. It looks like they're succeeding, but it looks like it's a very close battle, almost evenly matched, with these Archons being almost completely unmatched. This Archon is about to die, though, along with this one being at about 100 health. Shields slowly regenerating. Oh, big storms there by the High Templar. So yes, they will. HerO will win this little battle here. Let's see what's going on at the bases. Evo chamber still there doing nothing. Two hatches at all bases except this one. The spore colony now out. I actually don't know what that does. Evo chamber, yes, it is evolving something. Did he forget that he had this Evo chamber down here? I don't know if he did. But now he has two. And he's only using one, so this is confusing. Oh, lurkers now out. I haven't seen these yet. And a fourth expansion coming up, so it's 3 versus 4 base right now. All of these Zealots moving across the map. I don't know how much damage they're going to do with this still continuously large burrowed lurkers now. They're just all... Oh my gosh, huge storms there, taking out half of those Hydralisks. Good job by the High Templar to do that. Too bad they're so slow. Second Psyblade upgrade there now. The Archon also has 2 upgrades. It looks like he's just going to move his army back. Small meet here. Dragoons finally coming out. That's a little late. He's had that tech forever. It's surprising that he just pulls them out now. He does have 2 upgrades for them, however. He may have been waiting for that upgrade. Still, these lings standing there, they're confusing me on the map. Perhaps just placed for vision. Because it's better that he loses some obsolete lings than overlords. Huge army now of... no, he's still building lings, though. So, I don't know why he's keeping them out here. This one, probably just checking for a base there. This 3rd expansion going well. Nothing superb going on. There's a robotics facility and an observatory out now. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... He has 7 gateways right now, and that's just huge. I don't know that he has enough money to really support all of these gateways. But he does have quite a bit. Equal spending. Oh, he is supply blocked right now. Must have lost an overlord. He has to build those up sooner or later. Tons of... what is there? Oh. Those are all those, lurkers. I was totally confused about what was going underground there. So, a big push. I don't know if HerO will be able to hold this off. I know that he does, however. Because look at that elapsed time. Oh, yeah, you can't see it. We're only about, we're only about 1/4 of the way done with this game. This is huge. I have no idea how long this game is. Could be like an hour long. So, HerO, just standing there, he has... Oh, no, that's an animal. That was so confusing. Looked just like a Zerg type thing. Does it say 4th base out now? Yes. Now 4 base, 4 HerO, 4 base, 4... Oh, he has a bunch of lings hidden back here while this drone places a pylon. So when he finds out about this, they'll be there. They're ready for this expansion. They know it's coming. A bunch of the entire army of HerO now moving across the map, taking out those lings that were just standing there, also taking out that observer. Overlord, I should say. I don't know why I said observer. 1 lone dragoon out there, totally died. Army pushing in, coming out, not seeing what he wanted to see. They're going to move diagonally across the map, meet up with some more Hydralisks. Huge Zerg army right now. Back here, there's finally a Queen's Nest, a Defiler Mound, now evolving. I don't really know what else. That Spire still hurt. Things just moving base to base. Two hatcheries at each base now, except main still. No real new tech, just upgrading everything. 1 lone Corsair comes in, doesn't do much. These armies are not meeting yet. Some overlords take some damage, but they're not going to die. 2 armies, if they meet, I really think su.ae has the upper hand right now. Let's see, these armies are really close. They just won't push into each other. Neither one wants to start this big battle. These Archons move in, actually get an upper hand. I don't know why I said Archons. These Zealots move in. Do get more kills than they took themselves. Good move there. Oh, so many lings. I guess CS doesn't think that his Hydralisk army worked well enough last time, so he downgraded. I don't know what the deal is there. Still High Templar flying around the map. Tons of photon cannons here. I don't know what the need is there. I guess he doesn't want to keep anything there, but there were so many photon cannons. Still, these Dragoons 2.0 upgrades. Robotics support now building up. That assimilator still broken down there. Yes, a large battle here. All these lings come out, but will they? Oh, 3 buildings go down. All of those buildings go down there. A big waste of resources. He's gonna put all those photon cannons back up. Is a large army about to meet? No. Just sending in a few and getting taken down by all of the High Templar storms. Still no upgrades, however, for that. Plenty. Oh, 3 upgrades now for the Zealots on attack. 3 now for the Dragoon as well. Large army moving in. Will they be able to take out enough of these things? I don't think so. The Lings got delayed by the probes that were being switched. A few things go down, but the majority of them are still rewarping in. They're going to take out all of those Lings. The Zealot's still there. Wasting all that money, though, on new photon cannons. He really wants this 5th base, while su.ae is only working on 4. A few more come in, and a small bit of the army comes to protect this base. He doesn't want to have to waste his time. 2 armies still here will not meet. Majority of them lurkers here now, while Lings and Defilers are standing there. They all sink down. They're going to do some damage. They're going to try and attack the sunken ones. 2, oh my gosh, everything that he pushed up with died, except for that Zealot. A lone overlord, just flying there, doing nothing much. It shows that there's a ton of dots here. Oh, there are some sunken lurkers there. That's why. Oh, being picked up into the overlords. It looks like there's going to be an overlord drop. They're just flying across the map now. Overlord drop may be coming. I can't really see. There's a bunch of things here now. Pylon being warped in. It looks like he wants to take a 6th base as these 2 overlords come over to the main, maybe? It looks like he might be doing a drop at main. That Zealot seems like he tried to change, but he's only dropping in with some Lings. So let's see what happens. There's a photon cannons coming down like crazy, but they're not going to finish in time. This Corsair is going to try and take some shots, but it's not going to be enough. Archon now coming. Will they do it before this drop happens? Because that would be a big waste of units. They're just going to fly away. This base almost mined out. This one not mined out, but basically is. Corsair still moving in. They drop half the Lings. He's trying to drop them. They're all dropped. He doesn't want to lose those overlords because he would then be supply blocked. He's going to lose them. It looks like he's going to be supply blocked. He's going to try and take out those photon cannons here, but I don't know if it's enough. This is a nice push. Where's the army? The army is not there. This base is now mined out. The army is all too far behind. Ton of photon cannons being warped in. It looks like he's going to have to forfeit this base. It was almost mined out anyway, but he does forfeit almost all of it. He brings in a few units to take care of it. Is he actually working on 6th base? Yes, he is, but an army is being pushed in now. Now many Ultralisks are out trying to handle this army. And this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th expansion now, because there's none here. 6 bases. There's another base here. I totally missed this. That shows how good I am at casting games. But armies still moving around now. Ultralisks, big army here. It's really hard. I'm barely seeing any of the screen at a time, so it's very hard for me to follow anything. No more drops. I don't expect any more drops. Oh, a Dark Archon. I totally missed that. Totally missed all Dark Archons coming in here. Tons of photon cannons. That's the only protection they can offer. Big army moving forward towards this expansion. The Dark Archon is going to survive. Plenty of health there. Right now, probes being moved in towards this base, but is it going to be enough time? Ultralisk now moving in, but this Dark Archon is just taking out everything. All of these photon cannons. It's just such a good deal to have all of those photon cannons. The Ultralisks know they can't do any damage, even though they have a 2 upgrade. The Ultralisk trying to do something, barely does anything. Takes out the entirety of the shield, but it's just going to regenerate. While this Dark Archon is there, and this Pylon is there. More things just coming in now. Looks like he's he's bringing in almost the entirety of his army. Huge spell cast there. When he pulls in these things, is it going to be enough to knock down anything? Dark Archon almost out of energy now, so he can't do much. This High Templar just standing there trying to do a little attack. He's trying to block it off with 2 warping in pylons, trying to create a choke point, and he is succeeding, but everything's going down. He's not moving in these Ultralisks, which I wouldn't have recommended. There's a Reaver here, not moving around. Nexus now finally warped in now, but where's the majority of the army? The army is just really far spread out. This is going to be a huge attack for su.ae. It's going to be so successful. This entire base is going to be taken away from him. Shuttle standing there, Reavers, but it's really not doing him any good. Just trying to take out a few things, but this base is totally forfeit. The Dark Archon's still staying there, but barely successfully doing anything. Still huge army right now for su.ae moving up the map. Archon's now summoning, but really the entire map is now being controlled by Zerg, because there are very few mining bases left for HerO. This one not mining at all. There's even a probe there not doing anything. He has very little income right now. It's really not steady. Moving his armies all over the place. Zerg certainly owns this part of the map right now. And there is a Zerg expansion now pushing in, so there's plenty of stuff going on in favor of Zerg. Queen's Nest here, Ultralisk Cavern, which we obviously knew was there because we saw Ultralisks. Moving out with everything. Huge army here. Another expansion here with an army at each one. 2 drones doing nothing though. A little bit of a waste. More Ultralisks coming out. I don't see much of a chance except for all these photon cannons coming in. But Shuttle has, looks like 3 I don't actually know what that is. It looks like a green mess to me. A big waste of resources there, but Ultralisks everywhere on this map. There's just no chance of rebuilding there for now. I don't think he knows about this hatchery. Let's see what HerO knows. I have reveal entire map clicked on anyway. Entire army now moving up. Almost the entire army now moving up. All of these for su.ae. A bunch of Lings trying to recap. Oh my gosh, look at all these Archons though here to respond. Huge. That's going to take down that entire Ling group. All of these. Just death after death. All of these Archons were there. So Archons may be the savior. This main base does have some minerals left. And the only thing he has these probes still mining from a depleted assimilator, so I don't know why it says not enough energy there. Archons moving around the map now. Small army, but Archons are so powerful against those bio units. 1 Dark Archon large army here. Looks like he canceled something. And trying to protect this base. Going very well. Army moving throughout. I mean, just look at all the yellow on the mini-map compared to HerO's blue. This is a successful mining base. If he would just attack this, it would almost be game over, because if he sent in his entire army here, he would most certainly win. Oh my gosh, I missed this huge encounter. Army versus army. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I missed that. Not enough energy. I don't know why I keep saying that. Dark Archon playing things. Oh my gosh, is it... HerO wins the encounter basically with his Dark Archon. Throws down everything he has. looks like some things got mutated and are losing a little bit of health. That Ultralisk. Oh, wow. That almost came out even, but there are more things coming out. Zerg is so good at mass units. And by the way, we're only about halfway through this match. Wow, what a long game. Whoa. I've never seen such a long match, though. I really should pick shorter replays. Wow, this is a long game. Okay, all these Lings pushing up with this Ultralisk. I don't know if I can do this for another... How long has this been? Oh, wow. Let me just check that now. Oops. I don't know how long this has been, but it's been huge. Armies now moving across the map. I really just want this game to be over. HerO looks like he has no chance. He's not repopulating this full field of stuff. He has, like, he still is keeping his minerals spent, but Zerg just has so many more minerals coming in all the time. And he's just spending everything so much more efficiently. Huge army moving in now the back door. Here comes a large encounter. I don't know if Zerg, if the Protoss player HerO is going to hold this off. No. Tons of Ultralisks coming in now. The photon cannon's working double time. Here come more Ultralisks in from the side. And these Ultralisks are just going to try and take down things, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think. It's really hard to tell what's going on right now with all this smoke over the field. Overlord's just standing there. I see explosions. Archon's coming in. He just wasn't prepared for an attack on this base. Zerg has, I mean, su.ae has had little to no interference at his bases. HerO has had tons of interference at his. So I just don't know. There's small armies at each base. Really not enough to do much, though. This base was just really held back. If he would just move in with a secondary army, which he has, it seems, stored, he could probably take down that base right now. As these things are just warping in. He moves in with a single Ultralisk. Not smart to move in with just one unit. That normally doesn't get the job done. More things all the time. I mean, just the multitask that all these players are doing is very impressive. With such a large... I mean, you can only... Okay, so there's a... this probably got mined out. I see. Let's just... I don't know. These gateways not building anything. Well, there are so many gateways. He wasted all that money on gateways. And just more lurkers coming in. Archon staying here at the natural. Vespene gas is still in this assimilator. Zealot's still just being warped in. I just, not much High Templar coming in. Zerg just hasn't, or su.ae just hasn't, gone for the killing blow. Really don't know what else to say at this point. I was silent there for a while. More things coming in at, wait a second. Make sure my mic is working. Yes, it is. Okay. I thought it is, but I couldn't tell. How much? Wow, it's been a 30-minute. Okay, I'm going to actually speed up the game. So I just sped up the game because it's been going so slowly. So things are going to move much faster now. Because it's just been so long. So things are just running back and forth. Very standard, moving armies back and forth. This is quite unnatural though, because of a speed, but I could speed it up really fast if I wanted to. But I'm not. Okay, big army encounter, maybe. No, it looks like su.ae is going to back his army off. HerO is just going to stay here. Nothing much else going on. Little Ursidon standing there, walking around. Reminds me of a koala. What is this? An observer. I haven't seen one from him all game. Oh, trying to take out some overlords. It's not really going to make a difference. He has so much supply right now. Big army encounter. Missed it for a second. All these Ultralisks. I mean, both teams are at the top of this tech, at the top of their tech trees. They have nothing else to do. It's just really insane. Their upgrades all coming in all the time, but I mean, this is just so drawn out. As you can tell, I'm kind of tired of this long game. I really should have picked one that's not like 49, 50 game minutes. Trying to watch the minimap now. A little bit of an army coming in. Maybe they'll all just surrender. Maybe they'll just like surrender at the boat. Maybe they'll draw somehow. Can you draw? Shuttle's now holding, coming in now, holding just a little bit, but the entire army sees these and is following it. That is almost dead. Oh, okay. They're gonna push in. Finally, a big encounter here at this base again. It's basically square one here. Not enough energy, apparently, for someone. Moving in, taking out a bunch of probes, taking out photon cannons. Just huge encounter, moving in from all sides. Army trying to make its way over. The Ultralisks really all taken out by these photon cannons. One Ultralisk left, it looks like. And the entire army arrives. After the encounter is really over. Just taking out some more overlords. Another large encounter here, however, trying to take out everything that there is here. Successful takeout of that. He doesn't want this expansion to go up. I wouldn't either. A large army still walking around. I'm so confused by this Ling. Nice upgrades though. Ling and Ultralisk combination. Because the Lings, I just feel like they're so obsolete at this point in the game. But he's moving his entire army. It looks like they're going to go towards this grouping. Or no, they're just going to stand here. Yes, they are going to go towards this grouping of units. They'll probably easily take all these out. Archons, nice attacks there, though. So good against those Zerglings, or Archons. Another small encounter here. Archons need to be taken out as soon as possible. That should be su.ae's #1 priority. He gets rid of one. The other one goes down. Also, the entire little grouping there is down. Majority of the army is here, where photon cannons are being placed constantly. Overlord has a view on everything almost all the time from where he is. Another encounter here, trying to get rid of those Archons, but they're really just one by one. This Ling goes in. it's such a good choke point here at this road, and you can't expect anything to fight against these Archons from there. So he's gonna pull back with all of these Ultralisks, which do have 3/3 upgrades. Everything is like max upgrades on both sides. It's just 5, holy, 5 upgrades for that, for these Reavers. Of course, there's no new tech, really, that either side could do. Almost all of these upgrades, the High Templar could be upgraded much more. However, Zealots could be upgraded more. Really, winning the upgrade battle is su.ae again, and su.ae's been winning every battle, really. Trying to start something here. I don't know if it's going to work. The Overlord pokes his nose in. Shuttles here, carrying some Archons. That's a good thing, because he did need some reinforcements there, because that Zerg army could have pushed in. Instead, is it going to make another push for this one? Looks like that he has a good chance if he just focus fires everything down, because the majority of the... Oh, he does have a large army up here, though. So if he pushes in, it looks like HerO would win that battle. But, is he going to go for this original natural? That would be my choice right now. Taking out all this tech that he has here, that would get rid of the observatory, the robotics facility, and that robotics facility is creating more observers all the time. That empty base there, this base practically mined out, the assimilator is mined out, yet he still has probes carrying things in. Of course, they do get a little bit of gas each time, but really nothing to boast about. Archons are really the only thing. Oh, big encounter here. But he's just not using that choke point correctly. He has to get everything over the choke point before he really goes in. I don't know if these Ultras are going to get these Archons to die. Oh, but they do have the numbers. They certainly have the numbers here. Getting rid of a majority of the army. Who's going to leave the game first? I don't know. Still have time. Plenty of time. So they just want to get rid of everything here. He doesn't want this expansion to go down at all. All these minerals would be such a big help. But he's not going to use them at the main. He's warping in things all the time, but he actually is using all the gates at once. Pulls army units to get rid of that Overlord. Just army versus army, all these, but I can't really even call that an army, because these HerO, I guess it is their army, but HerO's army is just Archons. Now, I'm not saying that Archons are great. I mean, tons of health, great attack, and this battle could decide the fate of the game. Archons took out everything. I mean, as long as he's focusing on High Templar now, it looks like. Still getting out some more other units too. He's upgrading things. He only has one forge, so he's only upgrading one at a time though. He's almost mined out here. He is mined out there. So he's running on one base. When it mines out, I would expect a game over, because there is no chance unless he has enough army that at that point to push in. But 121 supply against only 90. So somehow he has been leading the supply count, probably with all these High Templar just being warped in all the time. And I'm gonna pause this. Actually, I'm not. I lied. Okay. Let's see. Game going to Archons summoning in. Archon. Okay, the gateway's not being used, but Archons are being summoned. Zerg army being chased off by all these Archons and High Templar. And a Nexus successfully being warped in by this probe carrying most likely depleted gas. So that would greatly help him if he could get... That is really the only base that is left to take with full minerals. It's really just Ultralisks. He has to mix it up if he wants a chance. I would go mass some air unit would really help him, in my opinion. But he's just moving in with Ultralisks and Lings like he's been doing the entire game. Armies meeting here. All these Archons. Just gonna destroy everything. So, I'm... Oh, he's only getting the High Templar for the Archons. Which makes sense. I mean, look at all those. But, High Templar there. Probably being wasted. Wasted away. A High Templar, or an Archon being surrounded by, all these Zealots. Here come in more Ultralisks. That's all he's doing, and it's not working. I have to say. Right now, I said that I didn't think it could even have a chance at being HerO's game. But, oh, that Nexus is barely gonna survive. His shield almost all the way goes down, but does survive in the end. All these Archon just need to protect this place. Basically, this is probably maybe the last chance he has now. If this base goes down to the Zerg army, I would not put my money on HerO. But like I said, I don't think it will. I think this army that just met for a brief second. Finally, this base is being populated with probes. All these Archons, though, doing everything. Ultralisks trying to do everything, not succeeding. Archons are so much more powerful in this case. He has all the upgrades he can get. He's just not... I don't even know what to say. These Archons are here, they're not successfully doing much of anything. And neither are all these Ultralisks. So, both armies just waiting for another one to pull out. Or push in, excuse me. Or pull out, I suppose. But, sorry about that. Oh, wow, nothing really, I could speed it up. I think whoever meets, if these two armies meet, whoever wins, I'd say that they win the match. Now I see a blue dot here. Or is that just my eyes? No, I think there's an observer somewhere. It says that it would be right here, but I'm not getting anything. Okay, so it's like at a standstill. The entire Protoss army and the entire HerO army here. All these Archons, that's it. And all these Ultralisks. That's it for su.ae. So, but su.ae is actually producing more. And, wow, one Archon, 2 Archons left. That's all I see being produced. I mean, this base is out of units. So it's just like square one. And once this base is out of minerals, then it's over. I mean, he pushes in with a few Hydralisks finally coming in. That's interesting. Change of pace. Why would he choose Hydralisks this late if he's been going Ultralisk Ling the entire time? I don't know why he keeps moving this army around. He could just stand still. Why are there 2 eggs all the way out here? I don't really know how that works, so I'm just gonna watch them until they, Oh! Huge army encounter! Here! No, no army encounter! Excuse me! You just gotta take out all of this tech! And that's what I suggested he did from the beginning. I mean, from a while ago, excuse me. And that entire section taken out. So, base swapping? No. Because Protoss isn't moving in. He's just gonna take out the entire main base, it looks like. This Archon here isn't even doing anything. There are some High Templar attacking, maybe. No, not even attacking. They're just running away, it looks like. So, 115 to 116 supply. Army's not meeting because there's really nothing to meet. Oh, they run away! So, I really think this is su.ae's game. He took out that entire base, nothing there left. Now, there must be a glitch in my map because it says there's something right here. But there isn't, obviously. It also says that there's something right here, but there isn't. So there's something here. Oh, there is something. Maybe that's what that is. Is there an animal? No? I'm confused. This blue dot is an animal, however. Anyway. All these Ultralisks standing there. Archons standing here. They both have mineral working bases. I went to one that isn't mineral working. This one is. This one is not anymore. So it appears that su.ae has a disadvantage in mineral count. 377 right at that second when I look there. 163s. He has a ton of gas. He can't spend that gas though. There's just nothing happening. He has to push in with his army before he gets there. Oh, what timing? Pushes in slightly. He needs to take down that Archon. He needs to focus attack on these Archons. And this is it. This is the final battle. Whoever wins this really takes the cake, in my opinion. The game's almost over. Oh, these Archons are all falling. All these Archons, one by one, going down to these Ultralisks. But do they have enough Ultralisks? Because he really can't make too many more. He's almost all out of minerals. If he takes down this Nexus, it's almost over because there's just probes left. And there's not another mining base. 2, 3, 4 Archons now against one Ultralisk. Who's going to forfeit first? I don't know. There's no more army left for... Is that Nexus down? The Nexus is down. He's pulling all of his probes to, I'm guessing, his main Nexus. I don't really know where he's going with all those probes. Ultralisks taking them down one by one, but there's only 2 Ultralisks left. And plenty, and there's 4 Archons. A new Nexus being warped in. Barely with any minerals left, however. This base is mined out, like I said. There are barely any minerals left to mine at this base. So I don't really know what to say. It has to be over soon, but I'm guessing HerO got it. My race. Yes, I'm a Protoss person. My race won. This was the longest replay I could have done. Holy crap. But unless there's for some reason HerO forfeits, there's no way that su.ae can win. Just base-wise, I mean, there's one mining base left, and guess who owns it? HerO. So congratulations to HerO, I would say, because after a like a 50 game minute game, looks like it's pretty much over. Still, I'm surprised at the forfeit. No forfeit yet. What's going on? That's what I want to know. High Templar now, they'll probably be turned into an Archon. 3 Ultralists come in if they can get that. If they can get it, yes they do. Good attack. Does he still have a chance? No, there's 4 Archon left. I'd be so surprised, and the game's practically over. I would say it's HerO. That's my prediction. That's who is playing. So not really anything to say. He has an army here, there's an army in there, but there's more Archon in here. Oh, this is it, really, I think. He gets pushed off. These Archon are just so much stronger. They have huge shields. I don't know what's gonna happen. Is there like a time limit to these games? I guess not, because there is a way to win without forfeit. So I don't know. And he moves in with Lings. They all die, of course. Moves in with these Ultralisks, and when they die, I would expect a forfeit. And there's one left, so... Oh, he pushes in with his entire army. Lings come in. I expect when they all died, heroes... I'm just guessing. I haven't seen the ending, obviously. Why did I watch this before I see it? Before I cast it? Because it's so long. I think it's over, though. No forfeit yet. HerO su.ae really doesn't want to give up. He's using Zerglings. And he has... Finally, su.ae leaves the game. He says GG. You can see at least 2 of the same symbol there. Excuse me. Wow. I don't know what I would say here. Good game to all of these opponents. All. There's only 2 of them. I'll try and find shorter ones next time. Huge YouTube video. This probably beats my 1-hour record that I set yesterday. Hope you enjoyed the game. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I wasn't too boring because it was really long. Have a good day. If you watch this entire video, please comment below telling me that you did, because that is amazing. To watch a Starcraft 1 Brood War video for that long is really impressive. So, good job to you. Hope you weren't too bored. I guess if you were, you wouldn't be listening to me because you probably would have left by now. Anyway, I'll say it again. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back with some more Starcraft. Maybe even me playing a game against an AI that I found online, maybe. I don't know. Why don't you comment below telling me what you want to see next? Even if it's a series that I'm already doing, just comment telling me which video you want me to do next. I hope you enjoyed. See ya.